All right, I'll be honest. Grok suggested this one, said I didn't have it on the channel. I made it look. Uh, it told me I covered all the big ones, and the truth is, I just discovered another Welsh artist that I think didn't know the artist was Welsh, and then I learned about the Welsh. I didn't. No, no, didn't know much. Ignorant. Yeah, stuck over, where I'm at, Wisconsin. Not a lot of time on my hands for that. It's too bad. I learned a little. Uh, in the end, we'll switch it and maybe learn a lot. But right now, I do know that In for the Kill is a hell of a good album. Budgie, there's a copy of, I think, early Van Halen covering In for the Kill. So, very cool. Zoom Club, this thing's a banger. 10 minutes. Let's go. I'm not positive, but I don't think I ever noticed that those were like volume swells and sounds of that nature. I think I don't know if I've heard this one through headphones yet, just on speakers, and I think it was lost to me. That's interesting. Uh, Very cool. I'm not sure what the song's about. I think we'll ask that Grok halfway through. All right, this thing now with just we were listening to Ditch Queen, Frank Marino yesterday, and I just think some of the extended guitars and soloing and just ah. I was born, I was probably born a decade too late. I admit we're going to head on over here. Um, can you give me a breakdown on a music video?
Sure, what music video? It's just an audio track, no actual music video. It's Zoom Club by Budgie from their 1974 album In for the Kill. Classic Welsh heavy rock, almost 10 minutes long, with a slow build, killer riff, and lyrics calling out everyone from GIs to dropouts to teachers to just zoom along with the music. Basically, a rally cry for rock and roll. You want a breakdown on the lyrics or the band's vibe?
No, actually, who came first, Budgie or Rush?
Budgie came first. They formed around 1967 in Wales, dropped their debut album in 1971. Rush got together in 1968 in Canada, but didn't release their first record until 1974. So Budgie beat them to the punch by a few years.
Interesting. It feels like with the vocal stylings of Burke, I think his name. I'm not positive his name, but with his vocal stylings and they were a three-piece. I think it feels like they influenced a lot of three-piece bands, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's Burke Shelley. He handled bass and those high pitched, screechy vocals, and you're spot on. Budgie was a classic power trio. Shelley on bass vocals, Tony Borg on guitar, and Ray Phillips on drums early on. They definitely helped shape that sound a lot of three-piece bands chased. Big riffs, no frills, filling the space with just three guys. A ton of NWOBHM and metal bands cite them as a direct influence, like Iron Maiden and Metallica. Rush comparisons super common because of the vocal style and the bassist singer thing, though they were doing their own thing around the same time.
Oh, that's interesting. It feels like maybe it's one of those parallel thought things. If I was, if I understand correctly, don't sometimes things get invented at the same time because the time is just right for it and it doesn't necessarily influence each other as everything that led up to that moment influenced it, and a couple people nail it at once coincidentally.
Yeah, exactly. It's called multiple discovery. Same idea pops up in different places at the same time because the tech, the culture, and the moment all line up. Happens in science constantly, like calculus with Newton and Leibniz, or the telephone with Bell and Gray. Music's no different. Budgie and Rush both came out of that late 60s hard rock scene, chasing bigger, heavier sounds. They were both pulling from the same influences: Cream, Zeppelin, Sabbath. So it makes sense their sound converged even if they weren't copying each other. The time was just right for that power trio, high vocal, riff driven thing.
Well, once again, I don't think he is gonna enslave us with his ideas, but that is a lot quicker than I can produce all that information. And, I think I want to start learning a few things as I go along. I'm not trying to package it as some TV dinner for those to consume. I would assume the only people that even showed up for this reaction just really like Budgie. Me too. That's it. That and ranting about crazy shit. Wow. Um, I am listening to the Budgie song Zoom Club for a music reaction, and I got to the end of the song, and I swear that riff feels exactly like a Judas Priest riff. I just can't place the song, and I'm wondering which one came first.
Budgie dropped Zoom Club in May 1974 on In for the Kill, a few months before Priest's debut, Rolla came out in September. So Budgie came first. Priest opened for them on tour around that time too, so they definitely heard it live. That riff's got that classic heavy chug. Makes sense it'd stick in your head like a Priest one. Which Priest track you thinking of?
See, I don't remember. Oh my God, is that Cheater? We're gonna get in trouble for this. I think it's Cheater. Uh, I mean, uh, I just wanted the opinion. I don't think they're the same, but I mean, uh, if only you could stick with the lazy Groke voice, but I need a breakdown on the end riff of Budgie's Zoom Club and the opening riff to Cheater. They seem pretty similar. Cheater by Judas Priest. There seems to be a similar structure to those riffs at the end of the one and the beginning of the other.
Yeah, they're in the same ballpark. Both greasy, bluesy riffs with a bouncy, almost boogie feel. Zoom Club's ending riff has that loose, swaggering swing, while Cheater kicks off with a tighter, punchier take on a similar shape. The structure's close, single note lines with some string skipping or power chord punches, landing on the same kind of root notes. Priest probably caught Budgie's vibe since they were both crawling out of the same early 70s British hard rock scene. Not a direct rip, but the family resemblance is real. Want me to hum the notes or something?
They just seem close.
Yeah, they are. That bouncy, bluesy swagger, same basic shape, same attitude.
Yeah, I don't think he's good at that. I actually think they're just very close. That's interesting. Now, parallel thought. I'm cool with that whole idea that it just happened at the same time, but I never caught that before, I don't think. I mean, it seems like a tonal change, but the phrasing or whatever the notes seem damn near the same. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. I learned actually a lot today. I learned, whoops, where some stuff comes from. And instead of pretending or acting or being a fool, now I know a little more detail. That will help. Weirdly enough, this is the kind of stuff that sticks with me. And hey, maybe if we make it a couple more years, I'll actually have a plethora of knowledge to go along with song reactions and requests. That would be cool. What is undeniably cool, Budgie, In for the Kill. Exceptional album, Zoom Club. Pretty cool song. I admit that's a long one. I'm not saying I skipped it, but I admit nah. I like the band. Even the songs I don't like, I like. So I don't, I think that album is fire. In for the Kill is just such a good song that it's hard to take anything except the title track and go, that's the shit. Later.